Good Tavach, everybody. So I'll tell you, Maisa, this week, Bez Hashem Yisparach is the Yontav of Lag Baimer, Rav Shimon Zasimcha. So I'll tell you, Maisa, one of the great Tzadikim was Reb Hershel of Ziditchover, Reb Hershel Ziditchover. So a great Chassidish Rebbe, is a great Makubal. And so the story goes that he was once sitting by his tish on Lag Baimer, and everyone was B'simcha, singing, dancing, Tyrus. And Reb Hershel said over the following gematria. He said that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Ben Yochai, equals B'gematria Yidi Nefesh of Arachman. The opening line of the famous capital that we sing on Shabbos, Yidi Nefesh, that we describe Hashem as Yidi Nefesh, the beloved of our soul, of Arachman, our compassionate Father. A very, very close, endearing description of the Rabbanu Shalom and our relationship to him, Yidi Nefesh of Arachman. So he said that equals B'gematria of Shimon Ben Yochai. So in the crowd, there was a lamdan, there was someone a little bit sophisticated in the crowd. And I'm saying that, in a negative way. And so while after the Rebbe said that, so he's making the calculations in his head to see if it works. And he realizes that it's not 100% accurate. Yidi Nefesh of Arachman equals 765, and Rav Shimon Bar Yochai equals 766. So it's off by one. So he's thinking this. And meanwhile, as he's thinking this, the Rebbe turns to him, and the Rebbe says, I know you're thinking that the calculations is off, but you're making the counting with Yochai spelled with an Aleph. Yud Vav Ches Aleph Yud. And that's in fact how usually it's spelled in the Zohar Kadosh. But throughout Shas, throughout the Gemara, when we quote Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, it's Yochai without an Aleph. Yud Aleph Ches Yud. So the way it's recorded in the Gemara, it equals B'gematria Yidi Nefesh of Rachman. That's what Rav Yussie Zakutinsky said. Okay. So that's the story. So I'll share with you just a little bit of a thought of what does that tell us. What does that tell us? Why is it that Dafka, the spelling of Rav Shimon Bar Yochai in the Gemara, equals Yidi Nefesh of Rachman, whereas the spelling of Rav Shimon Bar Yochai in the Zohar Kadosh does not spell Yidi Nefesh of Rachman. So the Zohar Kadosh is all full of teachings of Rav Shimon that are all describing an environment that's all light. It's all light. Even the word Zohar means light. So the Torahs of the Zohar Kadosh of Rav Shimon in the Zohar are Torahs that came from him in a situation of light. But what is the Gemara about? All of Gemara, Talmud Bavli in particular, is dealing with environments that are not so light. But Machshakim Hashivani, the pasuk says that Hashem, you placed me in darkness, and the Gemara says that's Talmud Bavli. Talmud Bavli means all the dirty work. It means, there are times in life where there's, even with the relationships, there's times where the relationships between, let's say, husband and wife are a time of light. And then there's like, the practicalities of running the house, taking, shopping and cooking and taking care of parnasa, all the nitty gritty details to make sure that there's a house that's functional in order to have happiness in the home. Talmud Bavli means taking care of all the dirty work. And so you want to know the sign of true love. The sign of true love is not only where people are happy with each other when everything is fine in lichteg like Zohar Kadosh. The sign of true love, of Yidi Nefesh of Arachman, is that we love God so much that we're willing to deal with all the nitty-gritty details and all the dirty work, so to speak, and all the heavy lifting of Talmud Bavli. That's where you see the true relationship and the true love between the Jewish people and Hashem. Not when things are absolutely lit up and all exciting. What specifically, when you see the love between us and the Rabbanu Shalom, Yidi Nefesh of Rachman, it's specifically through our involvement in Talmud Bavli, our willingness to deal with difficult, confusing, dark situations for God's sake. That's a sign of true love. We should be zachar in the schus of Reb Shimon and the schus of all the tzaddikim emes. The taka, we should be able to feel with our own hearts our connection to the Rabbanu Shalom in such a way, Yidi Nefesh of Rachman, and Hashem should respond in kind, certainly in such a way as well, to look at us as Yidi Nefesh, His beloved Son, and through that we'll be zeicha to experience that yichud, bichud hashlim, and exalted, meher v'yimeinu, amen.